This podcast encourages and empowers you to create your own unique real story, develop your own unique real statement, and discover your own unique real self. The power is yours. Good night, Tammy Sorrento. How are you doing on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I am wonderful, and thank you for having me.
It's a great pleasure. Fireball approves. It sounds like something we would say like in a dance, like in a club, like Fireball approves.
Everyone thinks it's whiskey, but it's not. I am actually the fireball.
Well, tell me a bit more about that. Well, first up, what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in Jacksonville, Florida. Where are you?
I'm in Trinidad and Tobago, actually.
That's amazing.
Yeah, one time I visited Jacksonville. I was driving from Tennessee to Florida. And I had a friend there, and it's a bit off, right? So it took me a bit off to get to Jacksonville, and then you have to drive out to get again to Florida. But it was worth it. Meeting that guy was worth it.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, tell me a bit more about what you do, please.
Okay, well, I am a private investigator, and I keep renters from getting scammed. And if you Google rental scams, this is an increasing problem. I actually came into contact with a scammer before I started my business and realized how easy it is for them to get away with that. And being the fireball that I am, I decided I had to do something about it.
That person must have been like, oh my, it's like, oh, why did I run into this lady?
Pretty much. I feel like that it just dropped in my lap. And literally, once the idea came, everything, I could not have choreographed it any better. So then I even obtained my private investigator's license. I turned Fireball Approves into an investigation agency, and I do this for the entire United States.
Wow.
And I will be doing this outside of the United States. So I bet you're wondering why I named it Fireball Approves, because it certainly doesn't say what I do, right?
Exactly. Tell me more, please. And you told me that we're moving into anti-scam lady, right?
Yes.
So, yeah,
yes.
please.
The reason I did that is because I am the fireball, and I did not want to get stuck in one area. I'm in the rental property area now because it is so prevalent, and I've read articles that millennials are renting much longer than the other generations. So I want to educate. I want to protect. So I obtained the certifications that I needed to obtain. And what I do is I encourage our customers to send us the URL of the ad. My customers don't even need to be in contact with the advertiser. I take care of that. Then I use my tools to find out who the owner is of that property. And I contact the owner and make sure, are you advertising this property on this platform? And I have saved so many people from sending money to people that they don't know, and thus saving them from losing their money. And then get this, after I started the business and I was finding these scams, I even went to the FBI office here locally, and I told them, I said, I felt like it's my civic duty because I'm getting this information and I feel like I need to tell someone so they can, even run further with it. So I'm all out war against scammers.
That's great. Have you ever seen the TED Talk on the guy that I think it fits you tremendously? Even doing a TED Talk, you've seen the TED Talk.
Videos. Okay. Yes, he is hilarious.
Yes, I can see you doing that. That'll definitely be great for what you're doing. Well, that's great. Now, where's the best place for people to connect with you?
That's fireballapproves.com. I'm also I have a Facebook business page. It's Fireball Approves, no space. And I'm becoming the anti-scam lady because on my page, I don't just post information about my business. My followers, they send me articles or videos pertaining to any type of scam, and then I research them and then I post on my page, because at the end of the day, Angel, I just want people to not get scammed.
Where did you learn these traits from, this personality, this no nonsense type of attitude?
I think it's from having kids. I would have never dreamed that I would be the forefront of this mission. This is a grassroots, and to prove to you that I am sincere about my mission of protecting people, I have to pay for the tools to make sure who we're dealing with. I only charge $19.
Wow.
Yeah. When you could lose thousands and be stuck. I can see
people are very excited about that, but because the tools are expensive. I mean, these things take back-end work of software that's pretty expensive to license, to even be registered. And then you need to be someone that's constantly renewing.
Exactly. And I'm using the same tools that banks are using, insurance companies are using.
That's amazing. I appreciate the work you're doing. That's pretty. And you said you're moving international, and I think there'll definitely be a huge need for that in the online space.
Well, do you find that where you are?
No, it's not that. So we wouldn't do so many financial transactions over the internet for renting property. But what will happen is in the Airbnb space, I can see that happening a lot.
Yes. Right. And you know what? I have actually used Airbnb and VRBO, and I love them. Yeah. So I'm not in replacement. I'm not in competition. I am in addition to. I am that peace of mind. Like, for instance, when I did use those platforms, I am sure that I'm not the only one, but you make your reservation. So you have to pay your reservation in full upfront.
Right.
From the time I paid the money until the time I was walking through the front door, I was thinking, please be legit. Yeah. Please be legit.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So people love, after they make their reservation, they will send me the confirmation where it tells who the host is and what the address is. And then they just get that peace of mind. They don't have to go through that, please don't let me be the one that's going to be on the news.
Yeah, well, there's an idea that popped out. I saw it in Indiana, and it was basically a certification of approval. So it's like a stamp of approval. And I mean, what you do looks like that. So instead of even looking at the client who is purchasing the product, it's also really cool if they are approved by you. And I guess as you grow and build, you can get that. Yeah. So it's
You know what? I'm already doing that.
Boom. Love it.
I do. I have property owners that they apply for my certification. So I vet them, and then they use my seal of approval on any platform they want, on the Airbnb ad, on the VRBO ad. So it just gives their potential customers trust.
Yeah, appreciate that. Well, amazing audience, again, you're hearing it live from a Fireball Approves, a.k.a. Tammy Sorrento, a.k.a. Anti-Scam Lady.
I love it.
Tammy, let's switch gears for a moment. Let me invite you now into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. What is your earliest childhood memory?
My earliest childhood memory. I remember traveling in an RV when I was about 2, and this memory is very clear in my mind because we were on the highway and I had to use the restroom. Well, we went up, there was no rest areas where we were, so they told me to, do what you do on the side of the road. And I was absolutely mortified because some of it got on my frilly socks.
Oh my.
So that is very, very prevalent.
Wow. So why do you think this memory is so clear?
I think because it was just something new and it was a challenge. I had never done that before.
How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
I am, like I said, I am the fireball. And I'm not sure that it does connect with who I am today, but I have a compulsive need to help people.
Yeah. Well, let me attempt something. So can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Please.
I love the fact that there's a natural aspect of you that commits to what is integrity and what that looked like to you. This is not a toilet. I'm not going to use this as a toilet. And to see you as a child, right? Saying, like, hey, this isn't something we do, right? Like, this is not who we are, right? I love that, my friend, because it's intriguing, right? That, I mean, there's some children that would jump at the opportunity to do that, right?
And then I was so upset because it got on my socks.
Exactly.
That's not right.
Correct. This is not right. And to see that feistiness and that just peer through to who you are today and help others who don't say, this wasn't right. The people that are taken advantage of, that don't have a voice, to give them voice in what you do is pretty amazing.
Well, thank you so much. You have really, really warmed my heart. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
When I was 12, I was a big fan of one song from Helen Reddy, which is...
There we go.
Oh, why did I just lose it? I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar.
Oh, there we go. Well, that definitely connects, right? Like, I can see you on the side of the RV, like, saying... That's amazing.
That is funny. I love it.
All right, my friend. Well, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Yes,
my daughter. Ooh, your daughter. All right. Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have other children than your daughter?
Yes.
Do you believe in God?
Very much so.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
Very much, yes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No.
How about 3 hours a week?
Oh, more than 3 hours a week, yes.
What about screen time, the phone and the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
As a business owner, it has to be more than 8. I have to be plugged in at all times.
If you had
At least that's my perception.
All right. If you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents who you are, and I'll say Fireball approves, what would you say that is?
Protection. I am the protector.
Love it. My friend, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Well, I want everyone to know that no one else is doing this. I am blazing a new market, and because of this, no one knows to look for us. So I challenge everyone to join my Facebook business page, Fireball Approves, no space. You will be inundated with information just on how to transact on e-commerce, or I keep people protected from scams, from all scams. And if you will share, because even if you're not looking to rent a property, I guarantee you know someone who is.
I totally agree. I'll definitely be sharing this. Tammy Sorrento, thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
This segment has been brought to you by Amazel Enterprise.